Welcome if you're new here, or welcome back if you're not new here. Today is the first day or first episode of Junk Journal January 2024. So this is a piece that's almost finished. I've used a hole punch to make the stars, and I've drawn some grass. Now there's quite a lot of grass. I went a bit wild with it, and there's also some doodle ephemera, so I'm doing a close-up now. And it's a portal, an eye, some stairs and some stars. And now I'm going ahead and sticking. I've used some Amazon packaging. Now it's just like some brown paper, and I'll be using this in my spine area of the book, and it just strengthens the spine. I prefer using PVA glue for junk journals just because it's a bit stronger than a glue stick, and some recycled materials like pretty stubborn to stick down, and PVA glue does a really good job at number one, sticking it down, number two, making sure it's like stuck down for a long time, and I thought I had a third point but I've kind of forgot it, so it doesn't matter. I'm just making sure all the edges are stuck down, going over the top, and then doing another section of the spine area. So I've just ripped a bit off, made sure that it fits, and sticking it down. Book I'm using is just a cheap book. It's like literally stapled together. It's no like fancy binding or anything, so this is why I strengthen the spine. Sometimes I need to use like a tape, like a washi tape or actual sellotape. I have no idea how to pronounce that word, but anyways, I use some kind of tape, and if I'm using washi tape, I use it with PVA glue just to make sure it definitely adheres, and because like washi tape, it's not that tacky, or it is sort of, but like it'll peel up after a while. So I just like to go over it with PVA glue, but I haven't done that on this particular book. I'm not sure why. Maybe I was running out of washi tape. I've literally only just discovered using sellotape, like it works. Sellotape, whatever. It definitely does work. So yeah, the reason I strengthen the spine is so that the book don't fall apart, basically. There's quite a lot of like recycled materials, and when you're using like PVA glue, it obviously makes it heavier. When you paint on top of it, it makes it heavier. So it's just about protecting the book, making sure it lasts. Here I'm using a battery packaging, and most things can be used like packaging wise, like from any product pretty much, as long as it's like not a thick plastic, because then you will struggle to like stick it down. You can even use cardboard boxes, like, you know, packages like that. Yeah man, most things can be used, and I think it's absolutely amazing. Sometimes you've got to use a stapler if you're using like cardboard, just because it's a bit heavier and it doesn't want to like adhere as well, but that's just like a little pro tip for you. I'm no pro, but it's just a tip. So the first stage of making a junk journal is to stick the recycled materials, or at least that's what I do, and then the next stage would be to paint over the top and then do your drawings. That's just how I prefer to do a junk journal. And obviously you can add like ephemera. I use cut out ephemera and doodle ephemera. Check out my previous videos if you don't know what they are. I think I've done a video on cut out ephemera, I want to say, and I've introduced the topic of doodle ephemera in some other like junk journal with me videos. And here I'm just using some like tissue paper. I quite liked the look of it today. I don't know. I still had a bit left of the envelope, and I decided to stick it down. And I also needed like some of the Amazon paper packaging, and I sort of did the top down glue method. I saw that from Megan and the Moon on YouTube. She's absolutely an amazing artist. Go check her out if you've not heard of her. So the idea is you can stick multiple things down in the exact same placement. that you originally placed them, and it just makes it a lot easier of a process than try to like remember where you had things and like try to figure out which to stick first and stuff. It's a really good method. I noticed a little corner that I didn't really like, so I just ripped it and I'm gluing it down, and there's a little bit left of the envelope, so I'm sticking that on the top. I didn't realise you was off camera. That's super frustrating. Again, you're off camera. I really do apologise about that. I had to like move the book up so you can see the bottom. It's an A4 book, sorry, and it's just a little bit difficult to film. So here I'm sticking some more PVA glue down, and I've got some smoking papers, and they work like tissue paper basically. I only needed like a little section of them just to fill in the gaps. And here's a little close-up for you, just so you can see all the texture. So this will be getting painted, so it won't look like this as a final piece. I'm not sure what colour scheme I want to do it in yet. Usually I use colours that I'm initially drawn to, as this represents my subconscious emotions. I got bored of sticking, so now it's time to draw. I've got some pastel toned acrylic paint pens, and they're from Shein. They're absolutely amazing. So I'm just going ahead and using the green one. There's two greens. I'm using like the turquoisey green, and I'm going ahead and doing the grass. For the grass, I just like to do zigzag lines. I'm not sure how you're supposed to do grass, but that's how I do it. I guess it's kind of abstract. Everyone's different in their approaches and methods to doing things, so it is what it is. I've sped it up, and I've also not filmed all of me doing the grass. Like, there's other areas where I did grass basically, and I just wanted to save you some painful watching, I guess. Here's a little close-up of the grass. It needed like something else, so in the next clip I'll show you what I did. To make it more defined, I use a normal ballpoint pen, and I'm just going over with the same like motions as I did before, and it just gives it more depth. Now I should have done like a zigzag in like a cluster versus like a straight line. It looks more realistic when you do it in like a little section, so like not going all the way across in a line, going up sections, like creating, and then, like just little sections, I don't know. So I'm not super happy with how I did the grass, but it's done, I guess. Here's another close-up for you, and then I go ahead and do a portal. So it's just a spiral, and then like I bring it all the way around, like the shape that I'm doing on top of, yeah, if that makes any sense. So it's somewhat white card that I've used. It's packaging, but like it's like a card texture, or material type, I don't know, words. Here I'm doing I'm doing a window, so I do a cross and then I outline it, and that's how to do a simple window. Then I kind of messed up a little bit, but that's fine. I turned it into stairs, which is literally just doing lines. Yeah, I kind of need to paint it and put glitter glue over the window. Here I didn't really know what to do, so I'm just like outlining the shape. I had an eye, and then because I've had an eye I need a mouth and some ears. I thought I was going to leave it just like that, so I did give him some hair and outlined him, and then I decided no. So I turned it into a window, and then I kind of like mess up here on the outer section. Yeah, I've got big nails on. it's on purpose, it's so I don't smoke as much. I'm trying to like cut down, and yeah, I just basically turned this into a window thing, and then I realised the guy's too big. If you were looking out of a window, he's not going to be full face and see nothing else. So in a minute I do turn it into a body, but right now I'm adding some more stair area, and again I messed up outlining. So I had an idea to turn it into a sole, and then I messed up again. So I thought I'd give him a cape, and I decided I didn't like the cape. But we're just rolling with it for now. Now I'm going over with that pastel toned paint pen in blue, and it was a little bit difficult because like the edges of the page, like recycled materials, there was an edge of that page and I stuck it down, and it's just a little bit difficult to colour over the top of it, getting in like the groove area, and so this is the best that I could do. Now I'm finally adding the body of the alien. I don't normally draw aliens like this, I normally draw it all in one go, but it just won't flow in today. So now I'm outlining the soul, which is just a circle and an upside down teardrop, or it could be a carrot, I guess, but it's definitely a soul. Some people said that my souls look like carrot people, which is absolutely fine by me. It can be a carrot person if you want, but it's a soul. Yeah, so here I'm adding stairs, and now I'm just showing you another close-up of the semi-finished piece. It's not completely finished. I might add some words, I might add some doodle ephemera or cut-out ephemera. They're both things that I make myself. It's as simple as it sounds, basically. But yeah, this is like almost finished, and I'm kind of lost with where I'm at with showing you what pieces I've done and what piece I haven't. So basically, I've got like 18 books on the go, I want to say, probably more. That's just of the junk journals, like I've got other projects and stuff. But anyways, I want to show you some from this particular book that I'm working on. These are just some aliens, and for some reason the background wouldn't show on camera correctly. Now this one has meaning behind it. So basically, I thought my best days were behind me. It was a pretty West design was my past. A lot of growth did happen, but like the opportunities right now are so much bigger than they ever could have been if life had continued the way it was. So while it's shaped me, I need to turn around and look. This piece is quite busy. I've done some checkered, I've done some portals. What else? We've done some aliens. We've got the cobble pattern, rock texture, and there's some grass. And I've also used some hole punch stars, but the bigger versions, like I'll show you in a minute. There was white ones, or maybe I don't show you in a minute. Maybe I'm showing you windows and the eyes and the portals. Okay. Yeah, and just some like rock area, and then finally, now we can see the stars. So this one's got some cobble texture again, and some grass and a portal. There's also an alien dude, some more portals and windows. I do the drawing in like separate from after painting, like it's probably been a couple of weeks, a couple of months, it really depends. I don't tend to get my ideas straight away. Now these are scribble scrap collaged mushrooms, so it's a scribble scrap paper for the head and a painted paper for the stem, and there's 4 mushrooms. There's also doodle ephemera. For this one, we've got some alien, well, there's an alien there behind a window, and cobble pattern and an eye. There's a door, there's like a frog, there's like an angry alien, and then there's like a wide-eyed alien. And then there's this alien dude behind a window. There's another eye, cobble pattern, and this is meant to be like a door and a house. This one, it was meant to be like a dog, and then it looks more like a shark. It's a shark dog. Dunno. I quite like using the doorway with like lines in it. It's just like it's not a portal, it's like another form of like entranceway. And that's today's episode. Cue the outro.